welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, and today we're going to discuss something that I have been saying in many of my videos about identity politics and that it is token racism. And I have explained it, but I'm actually going to explain it a little bit more in depth in a video for itself. The reason why I say identity politics is token racism, people like Brie Larson are racists, and most of Hollywood is racist, is because when identity politics, meaning politics where you identify as this or that or this or that, where you are breaking down people into labels, and movies are being made because of these labels, you are basically doing the same thing that happened in the 1800s. Broken down to its base components, not, or let me explain further, basically. Broken down to its base components, slave auctions of the 1800s are the same as Hollywood now. And the way that logic stands is thus. You are putting a person on a pedestal and based on their label and saying to others to pay for their entertainment or their property. Tell me I'm wrong. Prove to me I'm wrong. Because given this logic, it's pretty sound logic. You are saying, or you are put women, or Brie Larson's identity politics, where she says she doesn't want white, or movies aren't made for white guys, or like movies like A Wrinkle in Time and this and that. Well, you're saying the audience is for black people and whatnot. This whole casting of Halle Bailey as Ariel, you are taking her based on her skin color, putting her on a pedestal and saying, pay for her entertainment. How is that any different from taking a slave back in the 1800s, putting them on a pedestal in a slave auction and auctioning them off? I would like you to actually explain the difference when broken down to its base point. Because yes, you can all say, well, they were getting raped and abused and this and that. Yes, that is true. But that's not part of the base point. The base point is they were being put on a pedestal based on their race and people were paying for them. They were being put on a pedestal based on their label and people were told to pay for them. The same is going on in Hollywood right now. Identity politics is just another word for token racism. You are putting a person not based on their merit, but based on their label. Be it their skin color, be it their race, be it their gender, be it their political beliefs, or whatever the label is. You are putting them on a pedestal and telling people to pay for that product. You are cutting down a person's quality of humanity, making them less human by doing that. That is why people like me do not like identity politics. Because you don't need to make the movie about that person's label to sell the movie, because otherwise it's no longer about the story, it's about their label. That is why people didn't respond well to Captain Marvel. That is why people didn't respond well to certain parts in Avengers Endgame. That is why people don't like these movies with identity politics in them, like this new Charlie's Angels. Compared to the older Charlie's Angels, you have, let's see, they didn't focus on the fact that they were women. They didn't have the whole, I'm a woman, we are better than you. No, they didn't. You got the Batwoman CW show, where they're saying, I'm a woman, stuff, and I'm not going to let a man take credit for a woman's work when that woman took all that man's work and is taking credit for his stuff. using his stuff to say that she did it. That is why identity politics is so wrong. As I said, breaking it down to its components, it's the same thing as selling slaves in the slave auctions of the 1800s. If you think for one moment that you can disprove this, I encourage you to go into the comment section and do so. I encourage you to do that. And I will read your comment. And, judging whether or not it can actually disprove my theory or my point or not, I might even heart it and like it. If you can't, I'll simply say it's unproven. Anyway, that's the video. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, share. All that jazz. This has been Orange Hat Reviews, and I'll catch you all in the next one.